This is a review and overview of the litter robot. I will cover the following topics. Unboxing. I'll show you what comes with the litter robot. Accessories. I'll show you some additional items that you may want to purchase. Anatomy. I'll show you the components of the litter robot. Operation. I'll show you how to operate the litter robot. Liner changing. I'll show you how to change the liner. Filter changing. I'll show you how to change the filter. Cleaning. I'll show you how to clean the litter robot from top to bottom. App setup and control. I will show you how to install and use the Whisker app. Review. I'll let you know if I think the litter robot is worth purchasing. I'll leave links to everything discussed in this video in the description below, if you'd like to check them out. Let's get started. Unboxing. The litter robot arrived safely in a large box. My cat was interested in it right away. When I took the unit out of the box and unwrapped it, it was pretty much ready to be used. I just had to remove some tape and packing material. In addition to the unit, you also get a power supply, which you assemble by placing the plug into the power supply and then turning it to lock it into place. Some papers, including an accessories guide, a quick start guide, and warranty information. The litter robot is covered for 1 year. You can also purchase a 3-year plan. Inside of the drawer, you'll find 3 plastic liners that capture cat waste, pee and poop, and a filter for blocking odor. Accessories. To get started, I also purchased some extra waste drawer liners, some additional carbon filters, a cat litter mat, and some Arm & Hammer clump and seal litter. The litter robot works well with nearly all clumping or scoopable litter. Anatomy. The litter robot 3 is 24.25 inches wide, 29.5 inches tall, and 27 inches from front to back. It's good for cats that are 5 pounds and up. Lighter cats won't trigger the sensor. The bottom of the litter robot with the buttons on it is known as the base. There's a waste drawer that slides in and out of the base. Inside of the drawer is a plastic liner or bag that collects cat poop and urine clumps. At the bottom of the drawer is a black filter that controls odor. On top of the drawer is a step with a removable mat that helps collect litter. The globe sits on top of the base. Your cat enters the front of the globe when it needs to do its business. Inside of the globe, you will notice a sifter that separates the litter from the waste. On the back of the globe is the key that fits into the key pocket. Finally, the bonnet sits on top of the globe and must be snapped into the base on the left and right sides for the litter robot to work properly. Operation Demo. To get the litter robot operational, it's recommended that you place it where the old litter box used to be, so your cat knows where to go. You can put it in a corner or near a wall, but give it some space. Don't push it up against a wall because it has moving parts. The surface you put it on should be flat and level. If you use a mat, place it in front of the litter robot or completely under it to keep it level. Put litter in your litter robot until it reaches the circular fill line. Refill litter up to this line as needed, usually once a week, depending on how many cats you have and how often they use it. Next, plug the small end of the power supply into the back of the litter robot and the big end into an electrical outlet. The litter robot will then perform a clean cycle to get it ready for your cat. If it doesn't, press the power button on the front of the unit. It moves slowly and quietly on purpose, not to disturb your cat. There are 4 buttons on the litter robot. The top one is the power button, which turns the unit on and off. Below that is the cycle button. After your cat uses the litter robot, after 7 minutes, the litter robot will cycle, meaning the globe rotates. A sifter will allow clean litter to pass into a chamber, while not allowing waste like urine clumps or poop to pass through. Instead, the waste falls through a hole and into a bag in the waste drawer. Then the litter robot globe rotates in the opposite direction and resets itself. ready for your cat to go to the bathroom again. If you press the cycle button, your litter robot will cycle as just demonstrated, but on demand when the button is pressed, as opposed to waiting for the sensor and timer. Next, we have the empty button. Press this button when you want to change the cat litter. It dumps all of the litter in the litter robot into the waste drawer. Finally, we have the reset button. The reset button resets the cat's sensor. Press the reset button anytime you empty the waste drawer, add litter to the globe, clean, or move the unit. Below the reset button are 3 indicators. When the ready light is solid blue, it means that the litter robot is ready for use. When this indicator flashes, it means that the waste drawer is full. Cycling. The cycling indicator comes on when the litter robot is rotating in the clean cycle, meaning it's getting rid of the cat waste. Timing. The timing light indicator comes on when your cat is using the litter robot. When your cat leaves the litter robot, a 7-minute timer begins counting down before cycling begins and cat waste is sifted and placed into the waste drawer. Liner changing. Changing a waste liner is easy. Pull out the waste drawer and remove the old bag. Simply remove the bag from the 4 corner tabs and dispose of the bag. Now let's get the new liner bag ready. I like to fold the opening of the bag about 4 times to create a thick edge around the top of the bag, about 1 inch wide. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be precise. Then place the liner into the waste drawer. The liner locks into place by inserting the top folds you just created into the 4 tabs on the 4 corners of the drawer. Finally, insert the drawer back into the litter robot. Filter changing. Changing the filter is easy. Pull out the waste drawer from the litter robot base. Remove the old filter by pulling it out of the drawer. Then take a new filter and seat it into the bottom of the front of the drawer. Then push it into place under the 4 top tabs to secure it. That's it. Insert the drawer back into the litter robot. Cleaning. Depending on use, you should clean your litter robot about once a month in my opinion. Some people wait longer, up to 3 months, but I personally do it once a month to keep everything clean and working properly. First, open the waste drawer and make sure that the liner in it is empty, or at least nearly empty. Then push the drawer back into the unit. I do this to make sure that the litter in the globe will have enough room to drop into the liner. Next, press the empty button on your litter robot. This will dump the old cat litter into the liner in the waste drawer. Then press the power button. This will return the litter robot to its home position. Press the power button again to turn off the unit. Next, unplug the litter robot from the power outlet and the other end from the back of the unit. Next, I'll remove the litter capturing mat from the top of the step of the waste drawer and clean it. Then I will pull out the drawer and remove the plastic liner with the old litter in it and dispose of it. Now it's time to remove the bonnet from the base of the litter robot. It's over the top of the globe. There are tabs on the left and right side of the litter robot. Simply push in the tabs on each side to release them. Then remove the bonnet. Next, lift the globe off of the base of the litter robot. Now, with the litter robot dismantled, we can clean each part. I usually use a mild cleaner and paper towels. A vacuum will also be helpful. I will carefully vacuum the top of the base and then wipe it with a paper towel with mild soap on it. The base contains electronics, so don't get it soaked. Next, I will wipe out the inside of the drawer compartment and the bottom of the base. Then I'll wipe down the bonnet. There are some electronics on the bonnet, so when you clean it, be gentle and don't get those parts wet. Next, I'll vacuum out the waste drawer. Then I will wipe it with paper towels and mild soap. Now's a good time to replace the drawer filter. Remove the old filter by pulling it out of the drawer. The filter sits at the bottom of the front of the drawer and then gets positioned under the 4 tabs to hold it in place. Let's insert a new liner into the drawer. I like to fold the top opening of the bag about 4 times to create a thick edge. Then place the bag into the waste drawer. The liner locks into place by inserting the top folds you just created into the 4 tabs on the 4 corners of the drawer as shown. Next, I'll take the step mat that I just cleaned and place it on top of the drawer step. Finally, let's clean the globe. There are no electronics in the globe, so feel free to take it outside and hose it down. Just make sure it dries before use. Because the weather is not great outside, I'll clean my globe with paper towels and mild soap indoors. Use a vacuum and/or brush if necessary. Having the globe free from the base of the little robot allows you to easily clean it all over. Now that the components are all clean, let's reassemble the robot. I'll place the globe back on the base of the little robot in its upright or home position. Make sure that the key is in the key pocket on the back of the unit. Then I will place the bonnet back on top, making sure it snaps into the base properly. Next, I'll place the waste drawer back into the little robot. Then I'll place new litter into the little robot globe. Fill it to the circular fill line. Next, plug the power supply into the back of the unit and the other end into a power outlet. Press the power button. The little robot will cycle itself and then be ready for your cat, all shiny and clean. App setup and control. You'll like using your little robot with an app. First, go to the App Store and download and install the free Whisker app. I'm using it on my iPhone. Next, launch the Whisker app by tapping it. The app will ask which little robot you have. I have the Little Robot 3, so I'll tap it. The app will then inform you that connecting the little robot to your smartphone will cause the little robot to cycle, and that if you have a sensitive cat, you may want to remove them from the room. My cat is not skittish, so I'll tap Next. Then the app tells you to press and hold the cycle and empty buttons at the same time for 3 seconds on the little robot, or until the power button turns blue. The power button turned blue, so I will check is the power button blue, and then tap Next. Next, you'll use your smartphone's camera to scan the QR code on the back of your little robot. Press Ready to Scan when you are ready to scan. After you get the Scan Successful screen, tap Next. Then name your little robot. I'll leave the default name, then tap Next. Then make sure that Bluetooth is enabled on your phone. Then tap Next again. Next, select your Wi-Fi network and enter your password. Press OK after you've entered the correct information. When you get to the Little Robot Connected screen, your phone can now control your little robot. I'll tap Done. Your little robot then goes through a cycle, meaning the globe rotates, dumps any waste into the drawer, and then resets itself. At the bottom of the app, you'll notice that we are on the home screen. We can also tap Shop to go to the Little Robot shop. Next, I'll tap Little Robot 3. It brings me to a screen called Status that shows me how full the waste drawer is. 4% in this case. I can press the Start Cycle button if I want to cycle the little robot. I can also reset the drawer level gauge if I want to. Below that, you will see a list of recent activity. If I tap the Controls tab at the bottom of the app, I have controls that will allow me to turn the little robot on and off. Below that is the panel lockout control, which allows me to disable the buttons on the front of the little robot. I can also turn on the nightlight on the unit. It's a very nice blue light that goes on when the little robot is in the dark. Below that, I can change the nickname of my little robot. There's also a sleep mode, where I can decide a period of time where the little robot will be in a sleep mode and not cycle during this sleep period. Press the back arrow to go back to the previous screen. Then there's cycle delay, where I can choose how long I want after my cat uses the litter robot before the clean cycle starts. 3 minutes, 7 minutes, the default, or 15 minutes. Press the back arrow to go back to the previous screen. There are also controls for updating things like the network if you change your Wi-Fi, or reset to factory settings if you ever need to do that. If I tap the History tab at the bottom of the app, I'll be taken to the History screen, where you'll see a chart tracking cleaning cycles over time. That's the basics of how to use the Whisker app. It's quite helpful. Review. So would I purchase the litter robot again after using it? It's pricey, but the answer is a big yes. Why? Because I hated scooping my old litter box, and I hated how stinky it got. The litter robot solves those two huge issues. Are there any negatives? I'd say that the litter robot is a little bit more involved when it comes to cleaning versus your average litter box. But you don't have to do it often, and you become efficient cleaning it after a few times. It's really not a big deal. Certainly not a deal breaker. In summary, I love the litter robot, and so does my cat. For all of its cool tech features, ease of operation, and smart design, I highly recommend it. I doubt I'd ever go back to my old litter box after being spoiled by the litter robot. It's pretty awesome. Well, I hope that you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.